let's talk about something that happened on I'm a Celebrity in the last couple of days, and it's about politicians once again, and one politician in particular. But Matt Hancock gave a very interesting insight into how politicians do interviews on programmes like this.
Oh, the pivot thing.
He talked about the pivot.
Yes.
Do we have Matt Hancock referring to the pivot on I'm a Celebrity on Friday?
In politics, it's called the pivot. And you right,
This
it's
is
pivot.
brilliant, this
So
stuff.
you have to
This is control.
give enough link to the question that it doesn't look like you're avoiding the question whilst pivoting. And a good pivot is admirable.
And what they're admirable, how about that? No, what he's saying is, this is how we dodge your questions.
Yeah.
And it's not just our questions, because we ask the questions on behalf of you. So they're actually dodging your questions. And what their prime and tested strategy is, they give you an answer to a question you haven't asked.
He even admitted that.
Yeah, unbelievable.
So we've gone back through our Matt Hancock interviews and found out where he may have performed the pivot.
Very clever.
Under a Tory government, 21,000 police officers were lost.
Well, we're putting 20,000 more police on our streets, and I think that is incredibly welcome to people.
My question to you is, will you be taking a pay cut, as you urge footballers to do, and as the government in New Zealand is doing? Yes or no?
Well, I'm not proposing to do that. What I am proposing to do is work every hour that there is.
Do you support the boycott? Did you agree with it?
Well, I'm here to answer all of the questions that you might have on behalf of your viewers.
I just asked you one.
I was...
Pivot. And then there was a time, of course, with Gavin Williamson, who 4 times refused to answer a straight question about what he'd said about the Salisbury poisonings, and we ended up chucking him off the show.
You terminated it.
Yeah,
You're terminated was the expression I recall.
Let's remind ourselves of that.
That was a glorious one.
Please don't tell me what happened, because we know what happened. Do you regret using that language? That is the question.
What was right is actually we came together with our allies and made it absolutely clear to Russia that they couldn't act in that behaviour, and I think that was the right thing to do.
Interview terminated because you won't answer the question. Good luck with the African Elephant project. That is an excellent thing to do, but it would be helpful if you answered a straight question with a straight answer. Well, we cut that down, but it was 4 in a row.
It was glorious.
Literally the elephant entering the room.
The elephant in the room, I know. You could not, you could not.
An elephant in the room.
Yeah, that's a good line.
So now, watch out for pivots this morning. We will be talking to the Foreign Secretary at 8:30. But as you say, Richard, the point is, these are questions asked by us on behalf of the voters. And if he is out and out saying we deliberately... I mean, I know everybody knows politicians, you know,
obfuscate.
Decide not to answer questions, but if he's saying that's a deliberate strategy...
And it's admirable.
That he claims that it's admirable.
They also know that these are live interviews and time is constrained, and so they're filling time. They're hoping to get to the end of the time that we've got
I've never heard it called the pivot before.
No.
I've never even heard it called the pivot before.
I've never heard that, no.
Well, I'm not sure many other politicians watching him will be grateful that he's revealed that.
Shall I tell you a little story I've not said on air before? But about 3 days after that Gavin Williamson moment, I was having lunch in a pub in North London, and there were 2 guys in suits who kept kind of looking at me. And as I left the pub, they came up behind me and intercepted me. It turned out, I haven't said this up to now because Williamson was still in office and it wouldn't have been fair. They were actually civil servants working in his department, and they came up and said to me, "Well done." That's how much they hated him.
Yeah, and yet he came back not once, twice, 3 times.
Well, he came back as Education Secretary after that, and then he came back as Cabinet Minister, didn't he? Out.
Well, he won't, you know...
I don't think he's coming back a 4th time.
No, only Jesus only came back from the dead once, so he's not coming back now. It ain't happening.
Blasphemy. Blasphemy.
There's only times he could pivot. And he's pivoted off. Right, Kevin, Andrew, thank you very much indeed.
Thanks, guys.